Want to speak real Urdu from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at urdupod101.com.
Immersion is often hailed as the most efficient and effective way to learn a foreign language. In many ways, it's true. With all the language learning methods out there, nothing else comes close to having to think and interact with your environment in the language you're learning. Unfortunately, though, most language learners wrongly assume that the only way to experience language immersion is to pack up and move to a foreign country. But not everyone can afford to spend a summer abroad just to learn a foreign language. Luckily, there are other ways to immerse yourself. These methods are less obvious, but they are effective. In this video, we'll take a look at 5 steps you can take for the ultimate language immersion experience at home. Number 1. Transform your digital world into your target language. Technology is an indispensable part of modern life. We interact with phones, computers, tablets, and other electronic devices throughout the day. Why not take these interactions and use them to practice your target language? Most devices give you the option of switching the language of the operating system. Switching your phone or laptop interface to your target language won't make you fluent, but it will help you engage with the language in a very practical way multiple times every day. Another way to transform your digital life is to check which sites you use on a daily basis and use them in your target language also. A great example of this is switching your version of Google. Using Google in your target language will allow you to search for things in that language, and you're more likely to get results in that language as well. So, if you're looking for a popular band, a show, or food, something that's usually written in your target language, it will actually be easier to find information about it if you switch your version of Google. Of course, you can also change popular social networks like Facebook or Twitter. You can even go to news sites for your fill of global news. Do you like podcasts? Try listening to a couple popular podcasts in your target language. Number 2. Write out a speech or conversation in your target language. A surefire way to increase your ability in a foreign language is to write out a mock conversation or speech in that language. Pretend you have to give a speech on one of your favorite topics. It could be anything from sports, hobbies, or even your favorite movie genre. Now, take some time to write out your fictitious speech. Inevitably, you will hit some roadblocks. But when you get stuck, research the words or grammar points you don't know. This is a highly effective and practical way to increase your vocabulary, and it'll help you practice thinking in a different language. Writing a long, connected train of thoughts exposes the gaps and weaknesses in your language studying. Once you know what these are, you're free to practice them and use them to continue on with your speech. This is also a great way to learn new words in the context of your entire speech. Context is king when you're learning a language. Learning words in the context of other words and sentences helps you surmise what new words mean. It also helps you get comfortable with how these words are practically used. Not to mention, context helps you to remember and recall new information more easily. Number 3. Practice with native speakers. There are a lot of great learning resources out there for anyone learning a new language. However, nothing quite comes close to practicing the language with a real person. If you live in or around a large metropolitan area, there's a chance that there are some native speakers nearby. Check and see if your area has any local language exchanges or language-speaking groups. You're likely to find a native speaker there. If you can't make a connection locally, you can search online. Just as there are language exchanges in the real world, there are also online ones, most of which are free. Number 4. Connect with other language learners. Native speakers aren't the only people who can aid you on your language learning journey. Practicing with other learners is also helpful. Don't worry if you practice with someone who has a higher or lower level in the language than you. If you're the more advanced learner, you can learn a lot by teaching someone else. As you help someone else understand difficult words or grammatical concepts, you'll find that you start to better understand them yourself. If your learning partner has a higher level, they can be the one to help you overcome the hurdles you encounter as a beginner. After all, what better way to learn than from someone who, as a language learner, has been in your shoes? Number 5. Reward yourself in your target language. At the end of a busy day, we all love a little relaxation and me time. One of the most enjoyable and effective ways to develop your language skills is to kick back and enjoy the language while doing leisure activities. Whether it's listening to music, watching a movie or TV show, reading a book, or even enjoying a good online video binge, Even spending just an extra 30 minutes a day doing something you love in your target language can yield some serious long-term results. If you're a beginner, start with more basic content. You might have to start out listening to simple songs or even watching children's shows. After a while, though, you'll be able to dive into the meatier stuff and more engaging stuff as your proficiency increases. Learning a foreign language doesn't mean you have to spend your days straining over grammar rules or textbooks. Any way that you can take your learning off the page and make it more enjoyable will help you learn faster. Immersion is a powerful way to learn a foreign language, and now more than ever, the immersion experience isn't limited to just world travelers. With a little creativity and the right resources, you can experience the language without ever having to leave your hometown. Many of these resources can be found with our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to immerse yourself in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Want to speak real Urdu from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at urdupod101.com.
براہ مہربانی مجھے چیک مل سکتا ہے؟ Could I get the check please? براہ مہربانی مجھے چیک مل سکتا ہے؟ Could I get the check please? There's more than one way of saying it. Instead of the word check, you can also use the word bill. Bill is the same as in English bill, like the billing. So I would recommend using that word more often. It's more understandable and more commonly used. Madad, help. Madad, help. میں طوفان میں پھنس گیا ہوں میری مدد کریں. I'm stuck in a storm, help me. Just saying the word madad doesn't make any sense, like help. Maybe it makes sense in English but not in Urdu. So when you say in Urdu, you might need to add something to the word madad. For example, میری مدد کریں, please help me. براہ مہربانی مدد کریں, please help. بعد میں ملتے ہیں, see you later. بعد میں ملتے ہیں, see you later. ابھی میں مصروف ہوں, بعد میں ملتے ہیں. I'm busy at the moment, see you later. This phrase is very commonly used among friends. مجھے معلوم نہیں, I don't know. مجھے معلوم نہیں, I don't know. You can use this phrase for anything, for any kind of information that you don't know. You can just say, مجھے معلوم نہیں, I don't know. Not just for information, but information related to a person. For example, where is Ali? Ali کہاں ہے? مجھے معلوم نہیں, I don't know. خدا حافظ, goodbye. خدا حافظ, goodbye. جانے کا وقت ہے, خدا حافظ. It's time to go, goodbye. تلاش کرنا, to find. تلاش کرنا, to find. As I explained previously, that we tend to use the verb karna in conjunction with many other verbs. I'll give you a sentence. Sui talash karna mushkil hai. It's hard to find the needle. Karna gives or implies the meaning of to do. Bahir jana, to go out. Bahir jana, to go out. Bahir mat jaएं, don't go out. Puchna, to ask. Puchna, to ask. Usse pata puchein. Ask him for the address. It's a good word to know if you're a tourist in Pakistan, because you'll be asking for the locations a lot, and people are quite kind to let you know the exact location of the place. But apart from that, you also use this word a lot in our daily conversation, because Pakistani people have a kind of joint family system, and you tend to ask many things from your parents. So it's a good word to know anyway. Kaam karna, to work. Kaam karna, to work. Aap kaam karte hain, do you work? So guys, this verb has, I think, two meanings, and you can use it either way. Kaam literally translates as work, and this work could be your job, but it can also be any other task. For example, mujhe aaj ghar ka kaam hai. I have house chores to do today. Dakhil hona, to enter. Dakhil hona, To enter, कमरे में दाखिल हो जाएं. Enter the room. Masjid, mosque. So the next word is masjid, mosque. मेरे गांव में एक मस्जिद है. I have a mosque in my village. In Pakistan, there are many beautiful mosques for you to visit. For example, in Lahore, you can just go and see Badshahi Masjid, the Badshahi Mosque, and it's more than 800 years old. One of the biggest mosques in Pakistan and really, really beautiful. You can see all the Mughal architecture and the designs in that particular one. Then we have another one in Islamabad, the capital city of Pakistan, that is Faisal Mosque, Faisal Masjid, which is another beautiful masterpiece, and it was a gift from the Saudi government to Pakistan. So if you're there, make sure to check that one out. Rakam, money. So the next word is rakam, money. Aapko ye rakam kahan se mili? Where did you get this money from? I would say to hear this word rakam is very formal, but in our very casual conversations, we are using the word paise, and we translate in English as money. Ye kitne paise hain? How much money is this? So I wouldn't say ye kitni rakam hai. Even though the word rakam means money, but it's quite a heavy word to use in your daily conversation. So I would recommend you to use the word paise instead of rakam. Koi baat nahi, it's okay. Koi baat nahi, it's okay. Probably you will be hearing this word in almost every conversation. If someone says thank you to you and you want to say you are welcome, so you would say koi baat nahi. We don't have the exact translation of you are welcome in Urdu. We just say koi baat nahi. As you remember, like previously I also covered the word it's my pleasure. So that was the one I was explaining you. Nahi nahi, koi baat nahi, koi masla nahi, like it's no problem at all. Khandan, family. Khandan, family. Mera pura khandan aapka paristar hai. My whole family is a fan of you. Really? Okay. I would just like to say one more thing over here, that as the Pakistani community is getting more educated day by day, we have more English words in Urdu. So many people use the word family as in family in Urdu. They don't use the word khandan. For example, मैं अपनी family के साथ जाऊंगा. I will go with my family. So they wouldn't say मैं अपने खानदान के साथ जाऊंगा. The word khandan is exactly right and has the exact translation as in English family. But what I'm saying is that we have now lots of words from English and you can just use those words as it is. Selfie. Selfie. So the other word is selfie. The English translation, selfie. क्या मैं आपके साथ selfie ले सकती हूँ? Can I take a selfie with you? Another word that came from English language and we are just using it as it is. I don't know a word that can be used instead of selfie at all. आपने उर्दू कहाँ से सीखी? Where did you learn Urdu? आपने उर्दू कहाँ से सीखी? Where did you learn Urdu? मैंने उर्दू urdupod101.com से सीखी. I learned Urdu from urdupod101.com, which would be true in your case. Okay. क्या आप पाकिस्तानी खाना पसंद करती हैं? Do you like Pakistani food? क्या आप पाकिस्तानी खाना पसंद करती हैं? So if you're a guy, you would be using करते हैं, but if you're a girl, you'll be using करती हैं. Do you like Pakistani food? जी हाँ, मैं पाकिस्तानी खाना पसंद करता हूँ. Yes, I like Pakistani food. क्या आप पाकिस्तान गए हैं? Have you been to Pakistan? क्या आप पाकिस्तान गई हैं? Have you been to Pakistan? जी हाँ. Yes. आप पाकिस्तान में कहाँ जाना चाहते हैं? Where do you want to go in Pakistan? आप पाकिस्तान में कहाँ जाना चाहते हैं? Where do you want to go in Pakistan? मैं लाहौर जाना चाहती हूँ. I want to go to Lahore. आप पाकिस्तान में कितने दिन के लिए हैं? For how many days are you in Pakistan? आप पाकिस्तान में कितने दिन के लिए हैं? For how many days are you in Pakistan? मैं 5 दिनों के लिए पाकिस्तान में हूँ. I am in Pakistan for 5 days. तमगा, medal. तमगा, غا. The sound of غا or the alphabet غاइन is always coming from here. So try it from here. तमगा. उसे एक तमगा मिला. He got a medal. दिलचस्पी, interest. दिलचस्पी, interest. दिलचस्पी, दिलचस्पी, interest. मुझे फिल्मों में दिलचस्पी है. I have an interest in movies. खिड़की, window. खिड़की, window. खिड़की खोलें. Open the window. Probably it is quite difficult because I think I've never studied this word in English or in Arabic. So it's kind of hard to get it in the first go. So just keep practicing, and the tip would be to keep rolling your tongue. So your tongue will be touching your upper teeth, and just practice it and don't be shy. मूंछें, mustache. मूंछें, mustache. आपकी मूंछें अच्छी लगती हैं. Your mustache looks good. You can see there is the word che, and then you have he, and you're joining the two words che he, and it becomes ch. ch. मूंछें. If you have already are finished with the Urdu alphabets, Urdu haruf-e-tahajji, then you will note jeem, che, he, khe. And all of these alphabets, jeem, che, he, khe, we use it with he. For example, for jeem, it will be jeem he, jah, che he, chah, khe he, khah. So I hope it helps. Just practice it. Keep rolling. Khushkismat, lucky. Khush किस्मत, खुशकिस्मत, lucky. मैं खुशकिस्मत हूँ. I am lucky. हमें बात करने की ज़रूरत है. We need to talk. हमें बात करने की ज़रूरत है. We need to talk. Yeah, I mean, you would really want to know this phrase, you know. माफ़ करना, मैं भूल गया. माफ़ करना, मैं भूल गई. Sorry, I forgot. माफ़ करना, मैं भूल गई. Sorry, I forgot. आपको मेहनत करने की ज़रूरत है. You need to work hard. आपको मेहनत करने की ज़रूरत है. You need to work hard. आपकी इस साल भी तरक्की नहीं हो सकती. You cannot be promoted this year too. आपकी इस साल भी तरक्की नहीं हो सकती. You can be promoted this year too. हमें दूसरे लोगों को देखना चाहिए. We should see other people. हमें दूसरों को देखना चाहिए. We should see other people. फरियाद, cry. फरियाद, cry. कोई भी गरीबों की फरियाद नहीं सुनता है. No one listens to cry of poor. So even though I translated the word faryad as cry, it does not literally means crying as in crying as a person. Faryad means making your case or your appeal. Nobody listens to the appeal or the point of view of the poor people. So in this context, we use the word faryad in Urdu. Hausla shikan, discouraged. Hausla shikan, discouraged. वो कारोबार में नुकसान के बाद हौसला शिकन है. He is discouraged after the loss in business. मायूस, disappointed. मायूस, disappointed. टीम की कारकर्दगी मायूस किन थी. The team's performance was disappointing. I think after the word pareshan, this would be the most common word that you would encounter in your daily conversations. So do remember this one. Nakhush, unhappy. Nakhush, unhappy. मैं इस मसरूफ शहर में नाखुश हूँ. I am unhappy in this busy city. Nakhush is kind of opposite to the word khush, which means happy. And I think you can use it in almost any situation, that
if you're unhappy about your food or the movie or the clothes, or so it's an easy word to use with any kind of noun or verb. تکلیف دہ, painful. تکلیف دہ, painful. طلاق ایک تکلیف دہ عمل ہے. Divorce is a painful act. I would just like to highlight over here that the word taklif itself means pain, and you can also use this word in expressing your physical pain if you have any. So yeah, it's a good word to learn.
جی ہاں آپ درست ہیں. Yes, you are right. جی ہاں آپ درست ہیں. Yes, you are right. We use the word آپ for elderly people or when we are in a formal situation. But in English, we are using you in almost every situation. It doesn't matter you're talking to your mother or you're talking to your younger sister. But in Urdu, we have a very clear hierarchy when we are speaking to our audience. So make sure when you're speaking to elder people or when you're in a business situation, you have to use آپ درست ہیں. But if you're talking to a friend, you can use the same phrase but just say تم درست ہو, تم. So تم is the informal آپ or informal you. آپ غلط ہیں. You are wrong. آپ غلط ہیں. You are wrong. Over here, it's the same grammatical structure. So I'm using the word آپ, which is for formal situations, and it's actually more polite to say someone آپ غلط ہے rather than saying تم غلط ہو. So if I say تم غلط ہو, like تم غلط ہو, it looks more rude in some ways, and it might be offensive if you are using this word in a formal situation. But yeah, if you're using the word تم غلط ہو with a friend or with your partner or someone close to you, I think it's totally acceptable in that way. میں ایسا نہیں سوچتا. میں ایسا نہیں سوچتی. I don't think so. میں ایسا نہیں سوچتا. میں ایسا نہیں سوچتی. I don't think so. This phrase is actually conveying two meanings. One, as I just translated, I don't think so. And also you can say when you're talking or when you're giving a certain opinion about something and you say, I don't agree with it. So you can literally say, I don't agree with it. میں ایسا نہیں سوچتی. میں ایسا نہیں سوچتا. میں متفق نہیں ہوں. نہیں. I don't agree. No. میں متفق نہیں ہوں. نہیں. I don't agree. No. I think this is quite a strong expression, especially if you are in a formal situation, especially if you're working and you are talking to your boss, and it conveys a very strong opinion that I really don't agree with it, and it means a no from my side. So just practice and you will get a hang of it. میں متفق ہوں. I agree. میں متفق ہوں. I agree. So I hear you, I agree. Again, it's a very strong opinion, a very strong expression, and you can use it in formal or informal situations, but I think that people usually use heavy Urdu words generally when they are in formal situations. میں بھی ٹھیک ہوں. I'm fine too. میں بھی ٹھیک ہوں. I'm fine too. So again, it's kind of an answer to a person already asking you a question or inquiring about your health, and it's just merely a answer to that one. It's pretty simple. I'm fine. I'm fine too. میں ٹھیک ہوں. میں بھی ٹھیک ہوں. مجھے نیند آ رہی ہے. I'm sleepy. مجھے نیند آ رہی ہے. I'm sleepy. I think it's good to know this one. Sometimes you're bored and you just want to be removed out of the spot, so you just say مجھے نیند آ رہی ہے. And again, there is no hierarchy attached to this specific phrase. You can just use it in any kind of situation. But yeah, try to keep your expressions polite. مجھے نیند آ رہی ہے. I'm sleepy. Rather than saying مجھے نیند آ رہی ہے. I'm sleepy. So the expression actually makes a hell lot of a difference when you are having a conversation in the Urdu language. مجھے برا محسوس ہو رہا ہے. I'm feeling bad. مجھے برا محسوس ہو رہا ہے. I'm feeling bad. Now, this expression can be used in any situation in terms of anything, may it be food, your shopping experience, or your personal feeling towards another human being. So you just say, I'm feeling bad. For example, let's say I just had a bad curry and I say, मुझे बुरा महसूस हो रहा है. I'm feeling bad. You know, kind of like I'm not feeling good, I'm getting sick. But if I say, मुझे बुरा महसूस हो रहा है, for another person, I'm feeling bad. So you just got to practice it more in order to get the hang of using these expressions. And also they are very commonly used, so you just have to do more practice for these. मैं बेहतरीन हूँ, I'm great. मैं बेहतरीन हूँ, I'm great. बेहतरीन is also a word that describes the word better. I'm doing better. But the way you say it actually makes it I'm great. मैं बेहतरीन हूँ, I'm great. पूछने के लिए शुक्रिया. Thank you for asking. पूछने के लिए शुक्रिया. Thank you for asking. It's, I think, more used when we are talking to our elders, or but I think, I mean, you can use it for both formal or informal situations. As the translation says, thank you for asking. So it's polite. It's polite to use such phrases. Barahe karam pani de. Water please. Barahe karam pani de. Water please. This is a very polite expression in order to ask water from your host family. But at the same time, you can also the same expression in a restaurant or a hotel or anywhere you go and you need water. Also, you can use the same expression if you're visiting a supermarket and you need a glass of water or you need a bottle of water. You can use the same sentence structure. Barahe karam pani de. One more thing I would like to tell you here is that usually tap water is free, but a bottled water is not free. They'll charge you the amount of the bottle. So when you are in a restaurant and when you're ordering water, you have to very specifically tell them you want a bottled water or a tap water. And many restaurants, they actually don't tell you that they have both. So they rely on the customer to know that they have both the waters. ये कितने का है? ये कितने की है? How much is this? ये कितने का है? ये कितने की है? How much is this? So it's really a very, very simple question, guys. And you can inquire about anything when you're about to buy, may it be clothes or food or souvenirs, anything. But yeah, you just need to keep in mind that the item you're asking, is it masculine or feminine? Because of the object, the word ka or ki will change. And to know more about it, you can see our videos in which we have covered the grammatical aspects of the Urdu language. मुझे ये 10 चाहिए. I would like 10 of these. मुझे ये 10 चाहिए. I would like 10 of these. So basically, when you're buying something and you want to tell them the quantity, so you just put the number. So in this particular sentence, मुझे ये 10 चाहिए, you just need to change the quantity 10, like 1, 2, 3, and we have covered the numbers already. So you just put the number there and you're good to go. मैं ये पसंद करूँगा. मैं ये पसंद करूँगी. I would like this. मैं ये पसंद करूँगा. मैं ये पसंद करूँगी. I would like this. I mean, you're using this phrase as kind of opinion, but at the same time also as a decision. For example, when you go to the salesperson and you're buying something, you just give it to him and say, मैं ये पसंद करूँगी. I would like this. Or when you're talking to a friend and you're thinking which thing to buy, and you say, मैं ये पसंद करूँगी. Yeah, I would like this. So again, it's just you have to practice more with these expressions in order to get hang of them. आप मुझे रियायत दे सकते हैं. आप मुझे रियायत दे सकती हैं. Could you give me a discount? आप मुझे रियायत दे सकते हैं. आप मुझे रियायत दे सकती हैं. Could you give me a discount? Well, I guess asking this question is good, but sometimes in some places you cannot ask this question. You just have to go with your instinct. For example, if it is a downtown market, you just have to argue with them. No, I don't. I think it's very expensive. You need to give me a discount. No, 1,000 rupees, it's too much. You need to, I think it's only for 200 rupees. You see, so rather than asking the question, you just directly have to jump into the situation and start arguing about it. Having an argument about it. So, having an argument about the price, it's not considered something rude in Pakistan. It's actually very normal, almost in all the marketplaces, unless and until you are going to an uptown market shopping plaza where they have a specified price for every product and it's on the product. But I think in the bazaars or the downtown markets, you should be good to get really cheap stuff, and you should be able to have lots of discussion with them or negotiation about the price.
Hisab lagana, to calculate. Hisab lagana, to calculate. Mansoobe ki lagat ka hisab lagaएं. Calculate the cost of the project. Jama, plus. Jama, plus. مہمانوں کی فہرست میں 4 افراد جمع کریں. Add 4 people to the guest list. تفریق, minus. تفریق, minus or subtract. یہ تفریق کا سوال حل کرو. Solve the subtraction question. تقسیم, divide. تقسیم, divide. 16 کو 4 سے تقسیم کریں. Divide 16 by 4. ضرب, multiplication, times. ضرب, multiplication or times. 4 ضرب 4 کیا ہے? What is 4 times 4?
خالو, پھپھا, ماموں, چچا, uncle. میرے چچا کے 4 بچے ہیں. میرے چچا کے 4 بچے ہیں. My uncle has 4 kids. So you might have noticed that in Urdu I actually used 4 words. Khalu. So Khalu is the husband of your mother's sister. Pupa is the guy who is the husband of your father's sister. Mamu is the guy who is the brother of your mother. And lastly, Chacha. So Chacha is the younger brother of your father. So in Urdu, we have names for all of these guys. But in English, we just say uncle, which is pretty easy. But it does have a sort of its own charm when we have specific name for specific relation. And it does sound more cozy, more closer to them. So yeah, it's good to know. You should learn them. Dada, grandfather. میرے دادا ایک عظیم شخص تھے. میرے دادا ایک عظیم شخص تھے. My grandfather was a great person. So, though we do always write dada, in speaking Urdu, it's more natural that for some people you would see they say dada ji. Some people say dada abbu. Some people say bade abbu. So these words are the same for the relation dada. But when we are writing in Urdu, we just specifically use the word dada. But in conversation, it's a bit different. To make it more personalized and give it a more intimate touch, we use the words like Abuji, Bade Abbu, Dada Abbu, Dadaji, or Dada. Susar, father-in-law. Mere susar vakil hain. Mere susar vakil hain. My father-in-law is a lawyer. So in Pakistan, this relationship is actually one of the most important ones when you get married. Yeah, women tend to have a very close relationship with their father-in-laws. So yeah, it's good to know the word. Susar. Valda. Mother. उनकी वालदा डॉक्टर हैं. उनकी वालदा डॉक्टर हैं. Her mother is a doctor. There is one more word that you can use instead of valda, and that is ma. Ma. Beti. Daughter. बेटी एक नेमत है. बेटी एक नेमत है. A daughter is a blessing. So as I previously told you guys in the video before, that for a man we use the word beta and for a woman we use the word beti. If you want to know more about it, you should check our grammar videos in which we have discussed about nouns and verbs having masculine nouns and feminine nouns, and masculine verbs and feminine verbs.
Want to speak real Urdu from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at urdupod101.com.
शम्मा बरदार रात का खाना. शम्मा बरदार रात का खाना. Candlelit dinner. हमने शम्मा बरदार रात का खाना खाया. हमने शम्मा बरदार रात का खाना खाया. We had a candlelit dinner. What I feel that people don't use this word shamma bardar khana. Instead, I think many of the people, they just say candlelight dinner. So, मैं candlelight dinner के लिए गई. I went for a candlelight dinner. Instead of saying shamma bardar khana. So, it's just a matter of choice of your words. But I feel more comfortable with the word candlelight dinner instead of shamma bardar khana. तवील पैदल चलने के लिए जाना. तवील पैदल चलने के लिए जाना. To go for a long walk. मुझे तवील पैदल चलने के लिए जाना अच्छा लगता है. मुझे तवील पैदल चलने के लिए जाना अच्छा लगता है. I like to go for a long walk. So I think it's one of my favorite ones on the list to go for a long walk, especially if you live in Karachi and you happen to visit Clifton Beach. I think it's a really nice spot to go for a walk. Bowling के लिए जाना. Bowling के लिए जाना. To go bowling. इस हफ्ते bowling के लिए जाना मुश्किल है. इस हफ्ते bowling के लिए जाना मुश्किल है. It is difficult to go bowling this week. So in Pakistan, we have now many malls, especially in the big cities like Lahore, Islamabad, and I mean even the cities which are being developed like Faisalabad, Multan, other cities. We have big malls and we do have some bowling places. Especially now there is a change of trend and we have family bowling areas in the mall. So it's really clean places to go and family friendly. So I personally always go in Islamabad with my family for bowling, and it's always a pleasure playing with all of them, and it's quite fun actually. You should try it. Aquarium jana. Aquarium jana. To go to the aquarium. क्या आप aquarium जाना चाहते हैं? क्या आप aquarium जाना चाहते हैं? Do you want to go to the aquarium? So guys, I think we have a famous aquarium in Karachi, but apart from that, I don't think we have much variety of aquariums in other cities of Pakistan. Theater के लिए जाना. Theater के लिए जाना. To go to the theater. मैं theater के लिए जा रहा हूँ. मैं theater के लिए जा रहा हूँ. I'm going for the theater. Theater used to be very, very famous in Pakistan. Then we had a period of time where theater was not being promoted and was not getting a lot of respect from the people, and the content of the theater got a bit more vulgar, and now in this era, or I mean, I would say like in the past 5 or 6 years, we have seen transformation of theatre again. And now we have like really good theatres in Karachi and Lahore and other cities of Pakistan where they are putting live performances which has some meaning to it. They are discussing social issues, and it is one of my, I think, on my wish list to go and observe theatre and see how people are doing it. We have big names in the industry who are actually working in theatre, and it's a family-friendly place. So I think it's a good idea to visit a theatre. Doodh pilana, to breastfeed. Doodh pilana, to breastfeed. वो दूध पिला रही है. वो दूध पिला रही है. She is breastfeeding. In our country, lots of women breastfeed their kids, and for a number of years. It can be from 1 year to 3 years in terms of period. But unfortunately, we don't have lots of nursing areas in shopping malls or in restaurants. So basically, the women are always covering themselves with a big cloth, and that's how they are doing it in public. And now I think there is kind of a change that at least in the expensive restaurants, I would say that they have a certain place that where you can breastfeed your baby. And there is one more thing that I've observed in the younger generation, that they tend to that the women are also breastfeeding, but at the same time they tend to start giving the bottles at a very early age. That is to have an alternative, that when they are going outside, especially to a restaurant or to a family gathering somewhere, so they can always give the bottle instead of breastfeed. Diaper tabdeel karna. Diaper tabdeel karna. To change a diaper. Diaper tabdeel karna. To change a diaper. मुझे डायपर तब्दील करना नहीं आता. मुझे डायपर तब्दील करना नहीं आता. I don't know how to change a diaper. Well, guys, I actually know how to change a diaper because I have 8 siblings. Yes, I am the oldest one. So I got to change lots of diapers when I was in high school, or let's say still in school. So yeah, don't be shocked by it, because Pakistani people do tend to have many children. It's not a big number to some people. It's still okay. Libas badalna. Libas badalna. To change clothes. Libas badalna. To change clothes. बच्चे का लिबास बदलें. बच्चे का लिबास badlein. Change the child's clothes. I think it's a good one on the list, so try to remember it. Ek lori gana. Ek lori gana. To sing a lullaby. Ek lori gana. To sing a lullaby. मुझे अपने बेटे के लिए लोरी गाना पसंद है. मुझे अपने बेटे के लिए लोरी गाना पसंद है. I like to sing a lullaby to my son. I think it's pretty common in Pakistani mothers. We have some of our traditional lullabies, and I think every mother knows it because we have been hearing it from a very old time. There is one, Allah 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 Lori, Doodh ki katori, and I think it's quite famous, and I think most of the mothers would know it. थोड़ी देर कैलूला करना. थोड़ी देर कैलूला करना. To take a nap. थोड़ी देर कैलूला करना. To take a nap. दोपहर में थोड़ी देर कैलूला करना सेहत के लिए अच्छा है. दोपहर में थोड़ी देर कैलूला करना सेहत के लिए अच्छा है. Taking a nap in the afternoon is good for one's health. Well, I completely agree with it, guys. And I remember when I was, until my college, it was a routine of mine, and especially in my school, we used to come home and my mother would always put us down for a nap for an hour at least, and we would still be energetic until 9 p.m. or so, and it's really good. You should try it. یہ انتہائی غلیظ ہے. یہ انتہائی غلیظ ہے. That's disgusting. یہ انتہائی غلیظ ہے. That's disgusting. Well, to be honest, I'm a pretty straightforward person, but I think there's a very clear line between being impolite and being straightforward. So if you want to say something's like really bad, not good, maybe you can use a little less harsh word. For example, یہ اچھا نہیں ہے. It's not good, rather than saying it's disgusting. میرا ملک بہتر ہے. میرا ملک بہتر ہے. My country is better. میرا ملک بہتر ہے. My country is better. Well, you see, guys, we are sharing this planet Earth, so every country has some good points and some bad points, and we have to be a bit more flexible and have that kind of attitude. So I don't think it's a very polite phrase to use or a very polite idea that I agree with. یہ ملک محفوظ نہیں ہے. یہ ملک محفوظ نہیں ہے. This country is not safe. یہ ملک محفوظ نہیں ہے. This country is not safe. As I said again, every country has some good points and every country has some bad points. I totally agree with it. There might be some parts of Pakistan that you don't feel they are safe. I am a Pakistani and I've lived almost all my life in Pakistan, and I know those particular areas of Pakistan which I feel are not safe. But that doesn't mean that I say my country as a whole that Pakistan is not safe. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm sure where you're coming from, there might be some part of the country or your area which you don't feel comfortable going in. But that doesn't mean that we label that country. May it be any country, India, Pakistan, any country, I mean, but I don't think it's fair to the people that you label the country as not safe. بکواس بند کرو. بکواس بند کرو. Shut up. بکواس بند کرو. Shut up. Well, I think it's not really polite, but I would like to point it out here that when you're with your friends, especially teenagers, I feel they tend to use this word a lot more than the grown-ups, like bakwas na karo, like don't say foolish stuff, or don't say rubbish. But yes, if your tone is like bakwas band karo, that is shut up, and that's not polite. مجھے تمہاری ثقافت میں بہت دلچسپی نہیں ہے. مجھے تمہاری ثقافت میں بہت دلچسپی نہیں ہے. I'm not very interested in your culture. مجھے تمہاری ثقافت میں بہت دلچسپی نہیں ہے. I'm not very interested in your culture. I think when you're visiting a country, the whole point is to take the experience in. May it be a good experience, may it be a bad experience. You share the good experiences, you learn from the bad experiences, and you guide the people according to your experiences. But saying someone, I'm not interested in your culture, dude, why did you even go there at the first place if you're not interested? So watch out before you speak. Ticket. 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 مجھے ایک ٹکٹ دینا. مجھے ایک ٹکٹ دینا. Give me a ticket. So guys, if you want to be a bit more polite, you can just say برائے مہربانی مجھے ایک ٹکٹ دینا. برائے مہربانی, literally translating it would be please kindly or please. So guys, if you're actually going to buy a ticket and you're asking from another person for advice or something, then I think it's better if you be a bit more specific and say train ticket or bus ticket, rather than just saying like I need a ticket, like مجھے ایک ٹکٹ چاہیے, because the other person might not, they would ask you which ticket are you looking for, a bus ticket or a train ticket or a plane ticket. So yeah, it's better to be a bit more specific. سیاح سیاح ٹورسٹ بہت سے سیاح پاکستان آتے ہیں بہت سے سیاح پاکستان آتے ہیں many tourists come to Pakistan. In the recent years, we have seen a big change, especially for the north side of Pakistan, the Himalayas and that range. Many people are coming for skiing, and I'm really happy to see that. And it gives a confidence about the self-image of the country itself, and it's really untouched territory. So I think it's one of the most beautiful places on the planet Earth. And if you're into skiing, do check it out on the internet and try to plan your trip with a good company. And I think you would really enjoy it. سیاحت نامہ سیاحت نامہ itinerary آپ کا سیاحت نامہ تیار ہے آپ کا سیاحت نامہ تیار ہے Your itinerary is ready. رہنمائی کی کتاب رہنمائی کی کتاب گائیڈ بک مجھے رہنمائی کی کتاب چاہیے مجھے رہنمائی کی کتاب چاہیے I need a guidebook. Guys, I think a more natural selection of word would be a guidebook rather than saying rehnumai ki kitab, because if you use the word rehnumai ki kitab, then what kind of guide you are looking for? Guide to cooking, guide to traveling, guide for problems at home. So yeah, if you're using this, then you need to be a bit more specific. So what you can do is just say guidebook. So if you say guidebook, then it becomes a bit more obvious that you're asking for, as a tourist, you're asking for Pakistan, a guidebook for traveling Pakistan. Tour bus. Tour bus. Tour bus. Tour bus kahan hai? Tour bus kahan hai? Where is the tour bus? It's really a good phrase to remember because you'll be using a lot of it when you are touring Pakistan. I would suggest as a traveler that maybe you would not find the buses more comfortable. So maybe as a tourist, I mean, for the purpose of experience, it's good. But if you are really into traveling a lot, maybe hiring a personal car with a driver would be a more safe and comfortable way of touring Pakistan. میں ایک دن میں 2 سبق سن کر urdupod101.com پر بقا کی سیریز مکمل کروں گا گی I will finish survival phrases series on urdupod101.com by listening to 2 lessons a day. میں ایک دن میں 2 سبق سن کر urdupod101.com پر بقا کی سیریز مکمل کروں گا بقا کی سیریز مکمل کروں گی I will finish survival phrases series on urdupod101.com by listening to 2 lessons in a day. I think, guys, it's very important to set a goal. Without setting a target, it is very hard to learn any language. But of course, you don't need to be overwhelmed by the amount of the lesson you're learning. You need to make very realistic goals and you need to work hard in order to achieve those goals. میں روز 10 صفحات پڑھ کر ایک اردو کی کتاب مکمل پڑھوں گا گی I will finish reading 1 Urdu book by reading 10 pages a day. میں روز 10 صفحات پڑھ کر ایک اردو کی کتاب مکمل پڑھوں گا پڑھوں گی I will finish reading 1 Urdu book by reading 10 pages a day. One of the easiest ways to learn any language is by developing a habit of reading every day. You don't have to read 10 pages, but as long as you feel comfortable with it. You can even read 1 page a day, and trust me, guys, it's going to make a huge difference in your vocabulary, in your grammar structure, the way you say things. So I strongly recommend you to read 1 page a day in order to build your vocabs, your grammar, your sentence structure. मैं अपना उर्दू का इम्तिहान पास करूँगा गी. I will pass my Urdu test. मैं अपना उर्दू का इम्तिहान पास करूँगा. पास करूँगी. I will pass my Urdu test. As a student, if it is required of you to pass an Urdu test and it is one of your goals, I think it will keep you more motivated, because test is something that we all fear or dread at certain times in our life. And if you know, oh, we're going to be tested, it makes you more committed towards your goal. But I think it's not everybody's cup of tea. It varies from person to person. Some people actually feel more pressured if they are told that they're going to be tested, and they tend to give more positive results when they are not being tested. So it's not for everyone, but I think it is good to have such a goal to keep you motivated. मैं हर रोज एक उर्दू फिल्म देखकर उसे मुकम्मल तौर पर समझूंगा गी. I will fully understand one Urdu movie by watching it every day. मैं हर रोज एक उर्दू फिल्म देखकर उसे मुकम्मल तौर पर समझूंगा. समझूंगी. I will fully understand one Urdu movie by watching it every day. Okay, people, let's get it straight. Everybody has their own stamina to do things. So my advice is, again, you don't have to watch the whole movie. You can actually break it into 15 minutes parts. And whenever you are commuting to a place, when you have a lunch break, it's excellent way to utilize your time beneficially by just looking at the movie and trying to understand it. And I would suggest you repeating it. Rather than watching the next 15 minutes, you can actually repeat the same 15 minutes in order to have a better understanding. मैं अपने उर्दू के दोस्तों को उर्दू में 3 मिनट की तारीफी तकरीर दूंगा गी. I will give a 3-minute introductory speech in Urdu to my Urdu friends. मैं अपने उर्दू के दोस्तों को उर्दू में 3 मिनट की तारीफी तकरीर दूंगा दूंगी. I will give a 3-minute introductory speech in Urdu to my Urdu friends. It's always good to practice in front of your friends. I mean, what are friends for? Subha bakhair. Subha bakhair. Good morning. Subha bakhair. Good morning. See, there are two pronunciations for this word. One is subha bakhair, and you can also say subha bakhair. I don't know which way sounds more natural to you, but I think it's more to do with your tongue, how you roll it. So usually I say it like subha bakhair. Hello. 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 Again, it's not a traditional Urdu word. We have gotten it from another language into the Urdu language. It is a more common word spoken in among friends and people in Pakistan. Especially when you are on the phone. Like the moment you pick up the phone, they say, hello, assalamu alaikum. Like they first say hello, like hello, and then assalamu alaikum. बहुत वक्त हो गया आपको देखे. बहुत वक्त हो गया आपको देखे. Long time no see. बहुत वक्त हो गया आपको देखे. Long time no see. It's a very polite comment, which I think you can use it more in a formal situation, and it's safe to use with people you really know well, or people you hardly know. You know, it's just a safe, polite comment. आप कैसे कैसी हैं? आप कैसे कैसी हैं? How are you? आप कैसे हैं? आप कैसी हैं? When you're talking to a guy, you would use कैसे. When you're talking to a girl, you're using कैसी. How are you? It's pretty simple when you're meeting a person just now and you're talking about present, so you would be using this sentence, not the previous one. Please make sure if you learn these sentences, please remember the difference. Just a tip, guys. See, hai is for present, always. All the sentences which ends with hai are for present. And all the sentences which are ending with ta, ti, te, they are always for past. It's just like in English we have is and was, or are or were. कैसा चल रहा है? कैसा चल रहा है? How's it going? कैसा चल रहा है? How's it going? Yeah, this sentence, I think it's more casual when you're between friends or you're meeting your sister and bunch of people who knows each other from a very long time. I think they usually use it with each other. But yes, I don't think you should use it in a very formal situation.
کیا میں آپ کی کچھ مدد کر سکتی ہوں؟
میں اپنی بیوی کو سالگرہ کا تحفہ دینے کے لیے کوئی چیز تلاش کر رہا ہوں۔ آپ کس چیز کی سفارش کریں گی؟
تو اس نیکلس کے بارے میں کیا خیال ہے؟
یہ تھوڑا لمبا لگتا ہے۔
یہ جو یہاں ہیں ان کے بارے میں کیا خیال ہے؟ ہمارے پاس ایک پھول کے پینڈنٹ والا ہے اور دوسرا دل کے پینڈنٹ والا۔
میں کوئی زیادہ نفیس چیز تلاش کر رہا ہوں۔ وہ جو وہاں پر موتیوں کا نیکلس ہے اس کی کیا قیمت ہے؟
یہ 5,000 روپے کا ہے۔
وہ کافی مہنگا ہے۔ ٹھیک ہے، تو میں پہلے والا لے لوں گا۔
بہت بڑھیا، یہ رہا آپ کا سامان۔ کیا میں آپ کی کچھ مدد کر سکتی ہوں؟
میں اپنی بیوی کو سالگرہ کا تحفہ دینے کے لیے کوئی چیز تلاش کر رہا ہوں۔ آپ کس چیز کی سفارش کریں گی؟
تو اس نیکلس کے بارے میں کیا خیال ہے؟
یہ تھوڑا لمبا لگتا ہے۔
یہ جو یہاں ہیں ان کے بارے میں کیا خیال ہے؟ ہمارے پاس ایک پھول کے پینڈنٹ والا ہے اور دوسرا دل کے پینڈنٹ والا۔
میں کوئی زیادہ نفیس چیز تلاش کر رہا ہوں۔ وہ جو وہاں پر موتیوں کا نیکلس ہے اس کی کیا قیمت ہے؟
یہ 5,000 روپے کا ہے۔
وہ کافی مہنگا ہے۔ ٹھیک ہے، تو میں پہلے والا لے لوں گا۔
بہت بڑھیا، یہ رہا آپ کا سامان۔
ہم نیا پرنٹر کہاں رکھیں گے؟
میرے خیال سے ہمیں اسے وہیں رکھنا چاہیے جہاں اب پرانا پرنٹر ہے۔
لیکن پرانا پرنٹر اب بھی کام کرتا ہے۔ ہم اس کا استعمال کرنا جاری رکھیں گے۔
ٹھیک ہے، تو پھر ہم نیا والا وہاں نہیں رکھ سکتے۔
یہ بہت برا ہے۔ نئے پرنٹر کو دروازے کے بغل میں واقع بک شیلف پر رکھنا عمدہ ہوگا، لیکن وہاں صرف ایک پرنٹر کے لیے جگہ ہے۔
ٹھیک ہے، تو پھر ہمارا خیال ہے ہمیں اسے کمرے کی دوسری جانب رکھنا ہوگا۔
درست ہے۔ کھڑکی کے بغل میں رکھنے کے بارے میں کیا خیال ہے؟
وہ زیادہ اچھا ہوگا۔
ہم نیا پرنٹر کہاں رکھیں گے؟
میرے خیال سے ہمیں اسے وہیں رکھنا چاہیے جہاں اب پرانا پرنٹر ہے۔
لیکن پرانا پرنٹر اب بھی کام کرتا ہے۔ ہم اس کا استعمال کرنا جاری رکھیں گے۔
ٹھیک ہے، تو پھر ہم نیا والا وہاں نہیں رکھ سکتے۔
یہ بہت برا ہے۔ نئے پرنٹر کو دروازے کے بغل میں واقع بک شیلف پر رکھنا عمدہ ہوگا، لیکن وہاں صرف ایک پرنٹر کے لیے جگہ ہے۔
ٹھیک ہے، تو پھر ہمارا خیال ہے ہمیں اسے کمرے کی دوسری جانب رکھنا ہوگا۔
درست ہے۔ کھڑکی کے بغل میں رکھنے کے بارے میں کیا خیال ہے؟
وہ زیادہ اچھا ہوگا۔
ہیلو، میں اب گھر کے لیے نکل رہا ہوں۔
ٹھیک ہے، کیا گھر لوٹتے ہوئے آپ کچھ لا سکیں گے؟
یقیناً، کیا لانا ہے؟
کل ناشتے کے لیے ہمیں دودھ اور بریڈ کی ضرورت ہے۔
دودھ اور بریڈ، سمجھ گیا۔ دودھ کے کتنے کارٹنز لاؤں؟
ایک کافی ہوگا۔
ٹھیک ہے، اور کچھ؟
ایک سیکنڈ رکیں، میں دیکھ لوں کہ آیا مکھن ہے یا نہیں۔ ٹھیک ہے، ہمارے پاس ہے۔
ٹھیک ہے، کیا گھر میں بیئر باقی بچی ہے؟
جی ہاں، یہاں اب بھی ایک بوتل موجود ہے۔
ٹھیک ہے، تو پھر ابھی ہمیں خریدنے کی ضرورت نہیں ہے۔
درست فرمایا آپ نے، میرا خیال ہے یہ کافی ہے۔ شکریہ۔
हेलो, मैं अब घर के लिए निकल रहा हूँ।
ठीक है, क्या घर लौटते हुए आप कुछ ला सकेंगे?
यकीनन, क्या लाना है?
कल नाश्ते के लिए हमें दूध और ब्रेड की ज़रूरत है।
दूध और ब्रेड। समझ गया। दूध के कितने कार्टन्स लाऊं?
एक काफ़ी होगा।
ठीक है। और कुछ?
एक सेकंड रुकें, मैं देख लूं कि आया मक्खन है या नहीं। ठीक है, हमारे पास है।
ठीक है। क्या घर में बियर बाकी बची है?
जी हाँ, यहाँ अब भी एक बोतल मौजूद है।
ठीक है। तो फिर अभी हमें खरीदने की ज़रूरत नहीं है।
दुरुस्त फरमाया आपने। मेरा ख्याल है ये काफ़ी है। शुक्रिया। सुबह भर सूरज चमकता रहेगा। दोपहर में अगरचे मतला आबर आलूद रहेगा और रात में बरसात होगी। बारिश रात भर अगली सुबह तक जारी रहेगी जब सूरज दोबारा तलू होगा। सुबह भर सूरज चमकता रहेगा। दोपहर में अगरचे मतला आबर आलूद रहेगा और रात में बरसात होगी। बारिश रात भर अगली सुबह तक जारी रहेगी जब सूरज दोबारा तलू होगा।
हमारे पास कंपनी के कारोबारी कार्ड के कुछ नए डिज़ाइन हैं। आपको कौन सा बेहतरीन लगता है?
चलो देखते हैं। मेरा ख्याल है कंपनी का नाम कुछ बड़ा होना चाहिए।
ठीक है। तो फिर इनमें से कोई एक होना चाहिए।
दुरुस्त है। मुझे ये सब पसंद हैं क्योंकि इन पर कंपनी का नाम बड़ा है और ऊपर की जानिब है।
इनमें से एक में तस्वीर के लिए भी जगह है। आपका क्या ख्याल है?
मेरा ख्याल है इसकी वजह से मतन छोटा हो जाएगा।
हाँ, तस्वीर लगाने से मतन पढ़ना सख्त मुश्किल हो जाएगा।
ठीक है, तो फिर दूसरा चुनते हैं।
हमारे पास कंपनी के कारोबारी कार्ड के कुछ नए डिज़ाइन हैं। आपको कौन सा बेहतरीन लगता है?
चलो देखते हैं। मेरा ख्याल है कंपनी का नाम कुछ बड़ा होना चाहिए।
ठीक है। तो फिर इनमें से कोई एक होना चाहिए।
दुरुस्त है। मुझे ये सब पसंद हैं क्योंकि इन पर कंपनी का नाम बड़ा है और ऊपर की जानिब है।
इनमें से एक में तस्वीर के लिए भी जगह है। आपका क्या ख्याल है?
हम्म, मेरा ख्याल है इसकी वजह से मतन छोटा हो जाएगा।
हाँ, तस्वीर लगाने से मतन पढ़ना सख्त मुश्किल हो जाएगा।
ठीक है, तो फिर दूसरा चुनते हैं। माफ़ कीजिएगा, क्या आपको यहाँ करीबी बस स्टॉप का इल्म है?
जी हाँ, पहले सीधा जाएं और ट्रैफिक के दूसरे इशारे पर दाएं जानिब मुड़ जाएं। फिर किताबों के एक स्टोर के कोने से बाएं मुड़ जाएं और आपको एक बैंक नज़र आएगा। बस स्टॉप बैंक के सामने है।
समझ गई, आपका बहुत शुक्रिया। माफ़ कीजिएगा, क्या आपको यहाँ करीबी बस स्टॉप का इल्म है?
जी हाँ, पहले सीधा जाएं और ट्रैफिक के दूसरे इशारे पर दाएं जानिब मुड़ जाएं। फिर किताबों के एक स्टोर के कोने से बाएं मुड़ जाएं और आपको एक बैंक नज़र आएगा। बस स्टॉप बैंक के सामने है।
समझ गई, आपका बहुत शुक्रिया।
आज दोपहर को हमारे न्यूयॉर्क के दफ्तर से माइकल से हमारी मीटिंग होगी। क्या आपको मालूम है कि कुछ मशरूबात बाकी हैं?
हमारे पास कुछ कॉफ़ी है।
माइकल कॉफ़ी नहीं पीता। क्या हमारे पास कोई बोतल वाला पानी है?
जी हाँ, मेरे ख्याल में कुछ अभी पड़ा है।
बेहतरीन, बहुत अच्छा।
आपको कुछ चाहिए?
मैं भी यही कुछ लूँगा। आज दोपहर को हमारे न्यूयॉर्क के दफ्तर से माइकल से हमारी मीटिंग होगी। क्या आपको मालूम है कि कुछ मशरूबात बाकी हैं?
हमारे पास कुछ कॉफ़ी है।
माइकल कॉफ़ी नहीं पीता। क्या हमारे पास कोई बोतल वाला पानी है?
जी हाँ, मेरे ख्याल में कुछ अभी पड़ा है।
बेहतरीन, बहुत अच्छा।
आपको कुछ चाहिए?
میں بھی یہی کچھ لوں گا۔
معاف کیجیے گا، میں ایک بہت ہی کم وزن والا کمپیوٹر تلاش کر رہی ہوں۔
ٹھیک ہے، اس کے بارے میں کیا خیال ہے؟ یہ بہت پتلا اور ہلکا ہے۔
یہ اچھا لگ رہا ہے۔ کیا اس کمپیوٹر پر آپ DVDs دیکھ سکتے ہیں؟
گستاخی معاف، نہیں دیکھ سکتے۔ آپ اس پر DVDs دیکھ سکتی ہیں، لیکن یہ تھوڑا بڑا اور بھاری ہے۔
جی ہاں، یہ بہت بھاری ہے۔ میں پہلے والا خریدوں گی۔
آپ کا بہت بہت شکریہ۔ آپ سفید، سیاہ یا سلور میں سے منتخب کر سکتی ہیں۔
مجھے ایک سیاہ والا چاہیے۔ معاف کیجیے گا، میں ایک بہت ہی کم وزن والا کمپیوٹر تلاش کر رہی ہوں۔
ٹھیک ہے، اس کے بارے میں کیا خیال ہے؟ یہ بہت پتلا اور ہلکا ہے۔
یہ اچھا لگ رہا ہے۔ کیا اس کمپیوٹر پر آپ DVDs دیکھ سکتے ہیں؟
گستاخی معاف، نہیں دیکھ سکتے۔ آپ اس پر DVDs دیکھ سکتی ہیں، لیکن یہ تھوڑا بڑا اور بھاری ہے۔
جی ہاں، یہ بہت بھاری ہے۔ میں پہلے والا خریدوں گی۔
آپ کا بہت بہت شکریہ۔ آپ سفید، سیاہ یا سلور میں سے منتخب کر سکتی ہیں۔
مجھے ایک سیاہ والا چاہیے۔ آپ اگلے ہفتے سفر پر جا رہے ہیں یا نہیں؟
جی ہاں، میں منگل کو لندن جا رہا ہوں۔ میں وہاں 2 راتیں رکوں گا۔
اس کے بعد آپ پیرس جا رہے ہیں؟
جی، میں جمعہ رات کو پیرس جاؤں گا اور وہاں رات بھر رکوں گا، اور پھر میں گھر واپس آ جاؤں گا۔
یعنی آپ ہفتے کو میٹنگ میں شامل ہو سکتے ہیں، ٹھیک ہے نا؟
جی ہاں، میں شامل ہو سکتا ہوں۔
آپ اگلے ہفتے سفر پر جا رہے ہیں یا نہیں؟
جی ہاں، میں منگل کو لندن جا رہا ہوں۔ میں وہاں 2 راتیں رکوں گا۔
اس کے بعد آپ پیرس جا رہے ہیں؟
جی، میں جمعہ رات کو پیرس جاؤں گا اور وہاں رات بھر رکوں گا، اور پھر میں گھر واپس آ جاؤں گا۔
یعنی آپ ہفتے کو میٹنگ میں شامل ہو سکتے ہیں، ٹھیک ہے نا؟
جی ہاں، میں شامل ہو سکتا ہوں۔
فون کرنے کے لیے آپ کا شکریہ۔ یہ پیزا اسٹیشن ہے۔
ہیلو، کیا مجھے ایک لہسن ٹماٹر والا پیزا مل سکتا ہے؟
لہسن ٹماٹر والا پیزا، ٹھیک ہے۔ کون سا سائز؟
براہ مہربانی بڑا سائز، اور مہربانی کیجیے گا اسے 8 ٹکڑوں میں کاٹیے گا۔
جی ہو گیا۔ کیا آپ کو اور کچھ چاہیے؟
جی ہاں، مجھے 4 بریڈ سٹکس اور 2 کین کوک کے چاہیے۔
جی ٹھیک ہے، ہم اسے قریباً 40 منٹ میں پہنچا دیں گے۔ فون کرنے کے لیے آپ کا شکریہ۔ یہ پیزا اسٹیشن ہے۔
ہیلو، کیا مجھے ایک لہسن ٹماٹر والا پیزا مل سکتا ہے؟
لہسن ٹماٹر والا پیزا، ٹھیک ہے۔ کون سا سائز؟
براہ مہربانی بڑا سائز، اور مہربانی کیجیے گا اسے 8 ٹکڑوں میں کاٹیے گا۔
جی ہو گیا۔ کیا آپ کو اور کچھ چاہیے؟
جی ہاں، مجھے 4 بریڈ سٹکس اور 2 کین کوک کے چاہیے۔
جی ٹھیک ہے، ہم اسے قریباً 40 منٹ میں پہنچا دیں گے۔
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.